Not too long ago, the Detroit Lions were not that good of a team. And even when we tried to be, we thought we were bringing in somebody. Remember, 9-7 wasn't good enough and we couldn't beat the good teams. Well, we didn't get back to 9 wins until Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes and Sheila Hemp, got to give her credit to Chris Spielman, all those guys came in and revamped the organization. And it feels weird. It feels good, but it feels weird being in this situation. It feels different, I should say. I could get used to this. This offseason has absolutely flown past, and it's due to the fact that there is such excitement heading into what will be Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes' 4th season, and the fact that we made it, and this is how far we made it. We didn't make it to the NFC title game. See, I look at it, you might look at it as we made it to the NFC title game. I look at it as a glass half full type of thing, that we were a half away from making our first Super Bowl appearance. Crazy how far we've come in such just a few short years. With that being said, the Detroit Lions went under the radar. We were the lovable losers, the little team that could. Remember, we won our first game back in 2021, and they were talking about us, saying that us celebrating was ridiculous. And I tell those people to shut their mouth. I remember saying, just shut up. You have no idea what this means to us. You weren't there to go 0-16, to be the first team in NFL history to go 0-16. So when that was over with, yes, we gonna party like we won a Super Bowl. Absolutely. Right? Then year 2, the miserable start, 1-6, we turn it around. What did we wind up going? We went 8-2 in our last 10 games. And then this year, heading to what would have been our first Super Bowl appearance. The Detroit Lions are under no one's radar. We are not the hunted because we aren't the champions, but we're definitely the kings of the North. And they're going to be trying to take us out. The Minnesota Vikings, the Green Bay Packers, and the Chicago Bears. But beyond that, we have multiple other teams to play as well. And the Detroit Lions are underdogs no more. We are favorited in all but 4 games heading into the 2024 NFL season. Now, obviously, this can change as the season goes on. But I saw this a few days ago on Jennifer Hammond's Twitter account. Check this out. Says the Lions are early underdogs in just 4 games in 2024. Tell me if you agree with this. At Dallas, at Green Bay, at Houston, and at San Fran. Now, those are all road games, which is ironic to me because we played some of our best football on the road. So remember, we shouldn't have lost in Dallas. We beat Green Bay in Green Bay. And we shouldn't have lost to San Francisco in the championship game. But all of those are road games. So do you agree with the underdogs? Now, these are not her thoughts. These are from the lines or whatever. 4 games at Dallas, at Green Bay, at Houston, and at San Fran. So let's look at the other games. Let's see if I can blow this up. Let me see if that works any better. Okay, kind of. It kind of does. All right, so we are favorites, 3.5 point favorites in week 1. We are 6 point favorites in week 2. We are 4 point favorites in week 3, 6 in week 4. Now that is surprising because Seattle has had our number for the past couple of years, even dating back to that playoff game. Week 5 bye week. This is the 0.5 point underdogs in week 6. We are 3 point favorites in week 7, 7 point favorites in week 8. And there's the week 9 underdog by 1.5 points. We go to week 10, a 1 point. That's it. Wow, to the Houston Texans. 4 point favorites against the Jacksonville Jaguars. 2.5 points against the Colts. 4 points against the Bears. And then we are favorited at home against the Green Bay Packers. Buffalo Bills, we are favorited. That is outstanding. Then again, 1.5 at Chicago, 4, and then here's the San Francisco underdog, and then 5.5 point favorites in when it comes to the Minnesota Vikings. Now, here are my thoughts on that. First of all, like I said, I can get used to being the top dog, not the haughty top dog, but winning, man. Losing sucks. It really does. And I'm wondering if the reason this offseason has flown past, think about this. Mandatory minicamp is tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. next week is the end of the offseason pretty much. We have one more week, the third week of OTAs. After that, there's nothing left. The rest of June, heading into the July. When we come back, we will be, in the meantime, we have receiver that's going to come out. Receiver will be out, okay? Then we have, no doubt, the Inside the Den that's going to air the draft. And I wonder if the Lions are going to make the mini movie, the hour-and-a-half movie that they made before, right? Then we're in preseason. We're in training camp, which we can remember last year. You had to get up early in the morning and get your training camp tickets. I think I was number 4,000 or something like that in line. It was ridiculous. Or 700. No, I was 700 because I woke up and as soon as they went on sale, I was in the queue. So how fast winning does that? Winning feels good, and I like it. I want some more. With that being said, here are my thoughts on, as I was looking at this, these lines. And I'm going to say something. If you watched my early record prediction video, try to get my thoughts together. If you watched it, you know I have us losing. I have us losing to the Texans. I just think not because of the offense. Our defense is really going to have to show up when it comes to that team. Now, I do believe that we are going to beat the Texans. So if I look at this list, and we have Dallas, Green Bay, Houston, and San Francisco. My honest opinion, what I think we're going to do, I think we are going to beat San Francisco, and I think we're going to beat Dallas. I think Green Bay, they're going to give us a tough time. They might get that W. And I think Houston is going to be a difficult game. They got mad receivers over there. We do have the cornerbacks that, and no doubt, our two, first and second round picks might be starting by then. They might be cemented in that defense. But because I don't know what this defense is capable of just yet, I have us losing that game. I do. So I have us going 2-2 out of the 4 games that we are underdogs this season. So let me know your thoughts. How does it feel to be on top? Like we talked about this in the last video. Won the NFC North. So now we're the kings of the North. It is what it is until we're not, right? So that's us being number 1. We're number 1 in our division. We were number 3 in the conference. Real talk. We could have been anywhere between. We could have been number 2. We could have been number 1. That Dallas game changed everything. It literally changed everything. We went from a potential number 1 to number 3 because of the refs. But that's all right, Dallas. We'll see you again real soon. But how does it feel to be winning? It feels good. It really, really does. And I'm already used to it. I don't need to get used to it. I'm already used to it. I keep running back in my head. What if we would have won that game against the Niners? What if we wind up going to the Super Bowl? And what if we won it? Could you imagine how fast the offseason? Could you imagine? See, I don't know if y'all do this. If you imagine how things would have gone, kind of an alternate timeline. Like if the timeline split, you got the timeline that we blew a 17-point lead, and then the timeline that we actually won, made it there, and we won. I imagine the parade on Woodward. I imagine this channel. I imagine our excitement. I imagine all of that. And one day we will see it. Will it be this year? We talked about in a previous video. The Lions have the 3rd best odds, according to ESPN Analytics, to win the Super Bowl. To not just make it, but win it. And I have a feeling that when we get there, we win. Could you imagine? Everybody knows. And I don't think there's one Detroit Lions fan that thought if we made it and we fade, because we knew the Chiefs were already going to be there. So all we had to do was make it past the Niners. That's it. There's not one Lions fan that thought we were going to lose that game to the Chiefs. That if we would have made it, we would have beat them. Yes, they didn't have Travis Kelce, game 1. Yes, they didn't have Chris Jones. Yes, we won by 1. But we evolved as a team. I think they regressed a little bit. The Raiders handled them earlier, just a few weeks earlier. The Chiefs were struggling. They were primed for a knockout. And I think we would have gave it to them. I just think the Niners are too pretty. We are gritty. Don't steal that. Trademark me. I'm going to put that on the shirt. I'm going to put that on the shirt. Lions ain't pretty. They gritty. Trademark, bro. Your boy be coming up with some stuff, bro. Let me know in the comments. Would you buy that shirt? Because I need to write this stuff down before I forget it. But let me know what you think. Put it in the comments below. Give me your Lions record. Now we're in the way too early. Give me your record prediction. And do you agree with these 4 games that we're underdogs in? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Consider subscribing to the YouTube channel as well. We are quite a ways away from 21K. But I have faith that we'll get there by the start of the NFL season, and you can help me do that. So if this is not your first time here, consider subscribing and hit the like button. And nobody because you know what? I made a video that completely bombed when I said this, so try it again. If you aren't subscribed when I say the word subscribe, let me know if the subscribe button illuminated and had like sparkles around it, and also hit the like button. Let me know if the like button did the same thing, because they added that recently. This channel is brought to you by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. And I got one more thing to say. Well, 2 more things. One, we're probably going to have a week 1 pregame tailgate, kind of the Saturday before the game. So that'll be the 7th. I had my dates confused. And you might want to consider memberships, because I got something real interesting planned. You can go down and check out my perks, the top membership. I got some special planned, man. I think y'all gonna thank me later. Talk to you in the next video.